Good morning, witches and... not goblins. What you call a male witch. And everyone else. Starseeds, guides, everyone. Welcome to a new day. It was not as warm as I had hoped. Moon is sleeping. It has been a dramatic day. You will see there is something hidden somewhere in this video. Yeah. I am drinking from my perfect brew because that is what witches do. We are at a new setup. I felt like it. I like it. Yes, you can see a lamp. It's very rustic. So as you probably can see from the title, we're going to make black salt today with this magic. I have had this hidden away for some weeks. You guys know what this is? Well, you probably know what this is if you have seen the other video that we actually did where we burned rune magic. So it is witchiness. Yes. I'm also going to use a stick because I'm going to try to destroy and make it more fine. There is some big pieces in there. I mean, we can just put it to the pile that we can burn again. You don't have to throw it away. Calling in all my witches. All my guides, all my spirits. Well, it is the month of spirits, right? Of the veil being thin. Yes, I don't have a table, so I'm stretching. I don't have anything on the shelves, actually. Like the new furniture that you guys have seen. I will link it up here if you haven't seen it. But right now, I actually don't really have anything on it. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Halloween decorations, yeah. I feel like I'm very far away from you guys. Obviously, with this kind of black salt, it is black salt that you use for rituals. You shouldn't put it in food. No, don't do that. Please do not do that. Disclaimer, do not do that. I have no clue what would happen to you, but I just don't think we should find out. No. Hat check. So you can use this magic for rituals, you can use it for protection, spells, removing negative energies, entities, fear, doubt, cleansing. I have said that already, haven't I? It removes blocks, and it also removes everything that's like stuck. So, like I said, fear, doubt, blocks, insecurities. Obviously, you can buy black salt everywhere, but I just like to create mine myself because it gives it way more power if you create it yourself. We have spoken about this before. The same with runes, because a lot of people obviously buy a bag on Amazon with runes that are already used, already created, and that is fine. It's absolutely fine, but it depends on, you know, what energy is put into it. If it's like handcrafted, then it's stronger, but if it's like manufactured in a big factory, then there is like a dull kind of energy in it. And obviously, if you do it yourself, the energy will just be, oof, it is connected with you. It's connected with the herbs that you use. It's connected with, like, the ritual that we did, you know, is a part of the black salt. And it's a part of this courage, this going out there, creating, because that's what a part of this is. Or was used for. I also have something else that I'm going to use. So it obviously gives it strength. It's way more powerful if you create it yourself. But it's not to say that if you buy black salt that it's not powerful or it's less powerful. It's just how you feel. But if it's connected with you, if you created it, it has a little touch of yourself. So as I said, you can create many things, many different things when it comes to black salt. One thing you can do is a bag with black salt with rose petals or rose buds Is that what you call them? Like the tiny ones. And you can put this little bag underneath your pillow, under your bed. You can have it around you, but this is for sexual healing. It can be used for insecurities. It can be used for traumas that you had in the past. Whatever happened to you when it comes to sexuality, it will heal that, and it will make you stronger and confident. The perfect time when it comes to making black salt is obviously 3 days before, 3 days after a new moon or full moon. But, you know, it doesn't have to be. One thing you can do if you make it out of that circle with the full moon and the new moon is that you can take your creation and put it outside so that the moon can, you know, give it extra strength, as long as you don't just expose it to the air, because if it rains, obviously that would not be good, or if it's stormy weather or something like that, put it in a glass where the moonlight really can hit it. And also put it in the window. I also like to sprinkle black salt on top of the door or underneath the door. You can put it in bags as well. Obviously, if you use it on the floor, be careful, because I don't think it's good for cats. And I have noticed Moon being very interested in it. I put it away before that she got to it, but she was sniffing hardcore to it. So I don't know if there's something about salt. I actually think there is, right? So it makes sense. And obviously, if you use it for rituals, you can use it for making a circle around yourself. You can have it in a little dish or a little ball close to you when you do rituals. You can like touch it now and then. You can also, what I love to do is to have black salt around me all the time. So I am going to show you guys how I do that, because I need to make something new. But I like that it's just in my surroundings, so I can touch it if I feel that I want to remove some stocked energy, or if I have had customers, or if something happened, or just if I need a little shebang. I always work with Freya, the goddess Freya, and I always like visualize that she comes now and then and puts her magic into the black salt. One thing is that it always cleanses the room where you put it, but it also rises the vibration. So it's a very nice balance if you have it in your house. And it doesn't have to be a lot, it can just be like a little dish. And obviously you can put it in a bag and you can have it around you all the time. Put it in your your bag or your purse when you travel. I mean, if someone stops you, it's just like, it's salt. So I think that we should get crafting so that you guys can get a feeling of how you actually can use it. You can also use black salt in candles. It's something I'm not going to do today, but I might do another video with it, because I like to make the tiny cute tea candles and then put herbs or something else in it. We actually did use salt in another video I posted some days ago, so I will link it up here if you haven't seen it. So again, you can use salt for so many things. Again, you can also put it in your bed. It doesn't have to be black salt, it can just be normal salt with rose petals. Yeah, salt is just such a blessing for us in food and for cleansing and rituals. So the sea salt that I'm using today looks absolutely fancy. I absolutely love this. Just look at this box. I mean, I'm definitely not going to throw this away. And it's Halloween inside the box because it's orange. So it's not the big salt. For some reason I haven't been able to find it. I don't know if everyone is making rituals in my area right now with that salt. But as you guys can see, it is bigger than normal salt. I also have something else that I'm going to use and mix up. That is normal salt, but it's special salt. It's fancy salt. I don't know. I don't think it's fancy salt, but yeah. And I will say, you know, one thing is that people always say you should use the bigger salt. If you don't have it and if you can't get it, just use what you can get. It is the intention that you put into it. Again, it's sympathetic magic. So actually, I think that our little corner can be very cute like this. So I think that this is what we are going to do today. So let's just start out creating our beauty. This is what I'm going to have the salt on. And this is the salt that's just going to be here all the time. This is the little one that we made some days ago. It's still here. So this is where I charge and cleanse my jewelry, my magic. That word, right? When I create any magic, I do love to use essential oils or wax, and I use the magical bars from HomeOfTheWicked. You can get 10% off if you buy something from their website. If you use my code, everything is in the description, but that is what I have here. It is for love, inspiration, change, courage, strength, protection, passion, and leadership. The element of fire, yes. So that is also going to help us. We also have rose petals. I also have this. Going to show you guys in a second. But first of all, I'm going to just put some salt. It is a good idea to do it step by step. Don't just dunk everything in. Then we take this. I unboxed all this on my other channel. It is already up. But I'm just going to mix a little bit of normal salt. Again, you can't do anything wrong. It is the intention you put out. So, what I'm going to do first, to take this mixture that we created and take the pieces out that are just too big. Let's just put this away. Let's see. Other big pieces. I have a little bit of camel tea. Is that what you call it? If I say something wrong, I'm just going to write it. But I have a little bit of that I want to use. Then I have this little baby that I am going to use so that I can get as much as the blackness up. I don't mind the little pieces, so I'm going to actually put them in the salt as well, but I'm just going to put it to the side. Again, you are the creator, so it's up to you how much you want to use. The next thing I'm going to take is this. So this is what I use for when I cleanse my tarot cards. So there is a mix of Palo Santo, white sage, there is mugwort, there is Yerba Santa, I believe it's called. I just took the microphone off because I can see that it was blinking red, so I hope that you guys could still hear me. So I'm just picking out some of the pieces. I can always put it back if I like to. There's also pieces of this, which is also fine. Again, it is the intention. I think I'm going to leave this actually. Maybe not that. And now that I do want to have chunks in it, because I don't mind, I can always take that out. I'm just going to mix it all in. And then I use my wooden stick again. Use whatever you like. Oh, we need to put this in too. So if you just want to have fine black salt without the chunks in it, obviously easiest way is to use this. But if you're like me and you don't mind the chunks, you leave it be. So let's see if we put a little bit more. So basically, now that you have this batch of black salt, you can take from it whenever you want. So you can put some of it in a bag, or some of it in like this. I will actually, because I can always make new, so I'm just putting that in. And it looks cool. And you cannot do anything wrong with it. I could probably put more salt in it, but I think for now I'm going to leave it like that. Then let's take some of the rose petals. So I have very different rose petals. So I'm just going to destroy them. Again, it's up to you how big you want the chunks. If you want to have big chunks, you obviously don't have to do this. You can cut it if you like, but of course using your hands does do something magic. This was not a nut flower. Smells delicious. So I could have done them more tiny. Normally I do like when the rose petals are smaller, but for now we're just going to leave it. And you can put in your black salt whatever you like. Again, don't have to do it like I do it. So I have other items that I also put in. One is black pepper with a little bit of white pepper. Obviously pepper is strong, so it really keeps away the negative energy, but I don't take much. Then I use thyme. I never know how to pronounce that. We're also just putting that in. I am in another video going to do a more specific description about the different herbs. Alright, we are back with a new battery. So I put the pepper for the power. It also carries a lot of courage. And the thyme, I don't know if I pronounce it right, also has courage, healing. It's for health, it's for love, it's for your psychic abilities. So let me think, is there anything else? Yes, there is actually one more thing. Alright, so I'm back. I was just running around finding more ingredients. One thing that I want to use is crystals, and you can use big crystals, you can use how many different crystals that you want. I'm going to use this. This is jasper, red jasper. I got this from Kiri in the advent calendar. You guys might have seen it. So again, there's no limit. Let's see. So you guys ready? Oh, this looks so cool. So we're just sprinkling all of them here. Red jasper is also courage. It helps us to ground ourselves. And it's also a highly protective crystal. Another thing that I'm going to use is pipestone dust. This is what I have from the bigger pipestones. Just not this baby, because I got this from a lovely lady with the runes, with my name, with Moon. But I have another one that I'm shaping into a key, and the dust I am keeping so that I can use it for spells, because pipestone is very spiritual. It's connected with the Native Americans. Oh, there's so much more to pipestone. I have to make a video about it, but here is a little dust. So I'm not going to use much. Maybe a little bit more. Don't hold back, I heard, so yeah. The last thing I'm going to use is bay leaves, because bay leaves bay leaves are all about luck. I have this little weird thing where I have a little bit of bay leaves and a little bit of other things. So I'm going to use some of these. There's also some other things I can put in. So that we have some bigger pieces. I'm going to burn one as well. There's probably also some Palo Santo and something else in here. I always keep these sticks because you can burn them as well. So I'll take one normal new bay leaf, and for good luck and prosperity and everything, I am just going to burn it. It's a good idea to use these, because otherwise you might burn yourself, and we don't want that. So now my magical black salt is actually ready. Okay, so the next step, and again, all the steps are optional. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with. But I like to include sound, because now we also have included with all the elements, right? Because we have the delicious smell from the burning wax. Now I'm going to use my singing ball, and I'm just going to... It's already... It's already in alignment with it. Ooh! So I'm just going to activate it with the sound as well. If you don't have a singing bowl, you can use a little bell, or you can use music. So as I mentioned, you can use the black salt and put it in a bag. It doesn't matter if it's a see-through, or if it's a white, thicker bag, or if it's a smaller bag. The smaller bags are very handy if you put them in your purse, or if you put them under your pillow. And I think I'm going to put a little bit here so that I can carry it with me. Obviously also with, like we talked about, with putting it under your pillow, especially when it's about sexual healing or traumas when it comes to that, or intimacy problems, whatever it is. You can also obviously protect yourself from bad dreams or whatever you feel. I don't know if I can use the stick. I don't think I can. Or maybe I actually can. So you can put as much in it as you want. Again, it doesn't have to be much. And then you just close it and you carry it with you, or you put it under your bed, a pillow. And the rest I always just have laying here, so that if I like, I can go touch it to get protection or courage or the cleansing, whatever it is that I feel like. And if I need to put some on the plate, I can pretty easily scoop it on the plate and use it. But I really like the idea of having it out. Yes, and then use it whenever you want. So I hope that you guys enjoyed us creating and making black salt. I am proud of what we created today. It looks absolutely amazing. We made this, people. And I hope that you're going to make your own black salt. Again, you can put whatever in it that you want. You don't have to make it just like we did today. If you make it, and if you want to share how you make it, tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. But once again, thank you guys so much for being a part of yet another magical day. This is only the beginning. There is more to come, and soon we're also going to bake. I'm very excited. If you guys still have some ideas, let me know in a comment below. But for now, I am going to enjoy my new black salt, put my little black bag in my purse, and then I'm going to see you guys tomorrow with more spookiness. Bye. Let's just do Moon. It was dramatic, wasn't it? I'm talking with Moon about a dramatic event. The big spotlight that I had fell on my head. It's like, are you okay? Are you okay, human? It's like, fine. What's the dramatic? I'm just here talking with myself, trying to figure out what I should do with the light. This is your gift if you watched after the outro.